Hi everyone and welcome back to our Not So Human challenge. Ginevra is about to go through this mysterious portal, not knowing what to expect, so she's trying to ask for some wisdom from her ghost friends. I don't know if they'll be able to offer her much advice, but let's just see if they're saying anything positive or negative just to kind of take it as a general guide to this experience, because Ginevra really doesn't know what to expect and how safe this is. Morgan did say that all you have to do is just take a step, but it does seem a little bit risky. No matter how bad things may seem, at least you're not dead like me. Chin up. So I think it's time to travel to the magic realm, and she's gonna take a step into the portal. So we have officially entered the portal and we are daring to cross the threshold, so let's enter it. And wow, this place is amazing. Let's go inside, I guess, because I mean it is just a building. It's kind of clear even when you're in a different realm. It's a building, you can walk into it. So let's officially go inside, take a little look what's happening here. Still kind of currently empty. I'm not seeing anyone, but I'm seeing interesting things. But oh wow, it's actually so empty here. Okay, we actually have someone here, but they're unfamiliar to us, so let's try to stay away from them, see if there's anyone here that we could trust. I'm kind of thinking Morgan, because they did kind of say that they didn't quite say it, but they were like kind of cryptic, but saying that they could meet us here. Oh my god, Morgan, hi. You're all the way here. Let's try to go and talk to you. Oh, she's actually already in here. I didn't realize that she actually entered and that she was just here in front of Morgan. Okay, let's go upstairs. And oh, Morgan's looking scared. Did you not expect to see Ginevra here? Are you a little bit freaked out that Ginevra is here? Yeah, you're feeling terrified. Is that bad? Did Morgan think that maybe you wouldn't quite figure it out? Do you think that maybe this was a bad idea? Well, either way, hello. Why didn't you tell me about any of this? This is like kind of huge, isn't it? So let's just try to talk about it, try to see what this place is all about. And I mean, it's quite clear what it's all about. It's about magic. Oh my gosh, Vladi, you want me to go to your ranch? I really can't do that right now because we're in the middle of something quite different. We're literally quite out of this world, so I have to say no to you. I'm sorry. But tell me about this place. What's happening here? Can you explain a little bit? And what does this mean, a sage of untamed magic? Can you explain that a little bit further? How does that work? Oh yeah, ask how to use magic. Okay, we can definitely ask that. Oh, Morgan's looking a little upset at that question, but we're asking anyway, and they are showing us something. Ginevra is looking quite impressed. Learning the magical arts is a wonderful experience. Are you sure you are prepared to become a spellcaster? I mean, I guess that Morgan seems on board now. They were a little bit suspicious and unsure, but since Ginevra did make it here, I guess that she's kind of ready for it. So yeah, she was born ready. Maybe not with the best intentions, but let's take a little look anyway. Oh, there's actually something happening. Okay, you need to collect 7 magical motes. Right, okay, let's get on that then. This is so fun. I mean, her motivations are a little off because she does want to fight Guidry's new wife, so that's a little questionable there. But since spellcasters do have a lot to do with crystals apparently, and she's exploring crystals as well, maybe becoming one would be beneficial to also help Lana, because she really wants to do that. So it's not only just for bad reasons, so I'm kind of justifying it that way. So let's just work on collecting these motes further, and while she's doing that, she can also explore this world because it's absolutely stunning, and this is actually my first time playing in it, so I'm just like really blown away genuinely because this place is just so pretty. So let's just look around and just like enjoy the environment because it's just so stupidly gorgeous around here. Like, look at that. That's just so unbelievably pretty. I can't believe it, really. And we're off to collect our final mote, so I think that we need to go look for Morgan again and give them all of those so we can actually become a spellcaster. Oh my gosh, she's doing an evil laugh with Minerva in the background, about to become a spellcaster. I think that this is a recipe for disaster waiting to happen. Oh no. Oh no, she just ran past her. They looked at each other. Okay, we are about to give the motes to Morgan, which I think means that they will turn us into a spellcaster. I think it's actually happening. Oh my gosh, that's just so quick that Ginevra is about to be a spellcaster. That's unbelievable. But I think that she just did it. She's a spellcaster. Morgan's looking a little bit unsure about the entire thing. So maybe just teach me a bit of your magic, because I think that we do need to be taught. And you are the Sage of Untamed Magic, so let me just take a little look. Which one's actually the best for Ginevra? I feel like it is Untamed, but I'm not as familiar familiar with these things, so I kind of want to check. So practical magic, I don't think that Ginevra would care much for, because that's mostly for like cooking, cleaning and stuff, like fixing things. That doesn't really matter for any of our missions. Mischief has potential. I think that Untamed is mostly dark magic, which kind of is a slippery slope with Ginevra. We know how she was when she was a vampire, so no wonder Morgan's feeling a little bit sussed out, but we'll see. And alchemy is just like potion stuff, right? Which I guess doesn't interest me as much. Let's take a look at mischief magic. Oh, I can't actually like really see the descriptions of stuff. Okay, that's a little bit annoying, but this is mostly like little trickster things, I guess. And untamed magic does seem like it's actually a lot more intense, like setting fires, or what is this? Is this like raising people from the dead or even making them dead? Okay, interesting. Again, I don't know anything about these things. This is my first time playing with Realm of Magic, so I might be wrong, but this seems like it's quite interesting. So maybe it's really destined for Morgan to become our neighbor, so we do learn untamed magic. Oh my gosh, and she just learned her first spell already, and it is to set fires to things. Can I set fire to Sims? I feel like I want to try that, but maybe let's just try to learn something else. Oh, we can't do it for like more times than one. I'm guessing per day. You're like homebody Sims. Sure, I guess that just means that you like Morgan. That's fine. Do a little scare. That's funny. I think that you're scaring Morgan just enough as it is. Maybe just like give them a hug to thank them that they're like helping you out quite a bit, and hopefully they will appreciate this and they will trust you a little bit more. I mean, I don't really want to break Morgan's trust with like learning the magic and then doing stuff with Minerva that is like bad, but I also do want to duel you for knowledge since we can't learn anymore. Oh, and they're doing a duel outside. Okay, I thought that it was gonna be inside. Oh, and she's doing quite well, honestly, for her first duel ever. I mean, maybe she's being a bit arrogant. It's not like she's gonna win against a literal sage of this sort of magic, but maybe she'll learn something new. And I kind of love that she's not using a wand. It just feels a lot more like organic and real, so I don't think I'll ever get her wand, but I kind of love this. At least she gave it a go, and it was like a friendly duel, so I think that we're kind of alright. Let's chat a little bit about how that duel went, maybe ask for some feedback, and then maybe we can try to do it again. She's feeling so focused, and Morgan's quite happy. I feel like they are thinking that Ginevra maybe is a natural at this, and maybe it is worth investing their time into her, because she does have a lot of potential. Maybe this would be a good thing. Maybe she would be a good spellcaster to have around, but they do need to be making sure that they lead her on the right path. Oh, we have another duel next to us. Oh my gosh, I love that. That's so fun. But we do also have Minerva just walking around, oh, watching us, thinking about aliens. Do you know something about what we're doing? I think that we do kind of have to do a little conflict with her. Oh, now she's being scared. I mean, I'm sorry to be doing this in front of Morgan. Luckily, they're leaving just now. Oh no, and she tried to set Minerva on fire, but she actually caught on fire herself. Oh my gosh, no, can you extinguish yourself? Are you going to die? Oh, okay, she stopped. Oh no, now she's all stinky and she got embarrassed in front of Minerva. That was not good. I think that we need to practice a lot more before we confront her. Oh, but she found herself a shower, so that's good. But I did notice actually that she has one skill point, which I actually didn't even realize the spellcasters had this entire tree. I completely forgot about that. So let's see, what are we going to be giving her? So you have this experimenter thing. When experimenting and practicing, Sims gain experience faster with less failures. That's kind of useful, not gonna lie. Incredible forager, don't really care much for that. Discharge, wow, they really had to name it that. Okay, this sim can now cast discharge. Okay, this sim can now cast discharge, which empties spellcaster charge. A bit of a questionable name for it and everything, not gonna lie. It's a little interesting, but I think that it's a really useful power. Then we have blender arm. That's for like more potiony stuff, which we're not going to be bothering with. And knowledge is magic. You can read faster on the computer and research faster. Oh, I think that's kind of good for like starting to learn magic and everything. But I feel like this one, despite the awkward name, is probably the best because she's already like kind of charged up halfway through and she doesn't know much about it. I think that managing it like in a more physical way is smart in the beginning, and then we'll focus on actually harnessing the knowledge. So let's choose this one now, because see, she's already like halfway through, which could potentially be dangerous if it fills up, and it fills up quite quickly. Ooh, I'm concerned because Minerva is just in front of the bathroom. She's really like lingering around us for like a while. I feel like she's trying to start trouble, and I'm not happy with it because Ginevra just finished her shower. I think that at the very least we'll do a rude introduction, because why is she walking around following us around basically? I really don't like that. And of course they do hate each other, and Ginevra is mad because Minerva stole her partner. She also sees her as butt ugly, and they just hate each other in general because of this mainly. Otherwise, Ginevra probably wouldn't care, but right now, this is her new enemy. But as I said, we're not going to be doing much except like verbally arguing because we're not powerful enough. Oh my god. Hey Ginevra, it's me, Vladdy. Do you want to go out on a date to a nightclub of all places? First of all, we've never even had romance, so why is that happening? I'm genuinely so confused. I don't think that we've ever romanced Vladdy, right? I don't think that we ever have. And you also have a wife now, which is something that you wanted for like centuries, so why would you want to mess that up? Absolutely not, but I'm really confused. And I think that this might not be the first time that he's asked to go on a date, which is really strange. I feel like this happened before. But anyway, we are in this like whole new realm. We're not going to be wasting time with Minerva, at least not right now. So let's try to do something that's like a little bit more useful around here. Oh, we have another sage here. Let's do a friendly introduction with you because you are the sage of, is that mischief magic? It is. Okay, maybe we can learn some more mischief magic from you because I feel like Ginevra would absolutely love that. Ooh, I don't think that they really like each other though. They don't. They both think that they're both pretentious. That's really funny. But they are both into mischief things. So I feel like we kind of should be alright. So maybe if we become like good friends, we could be asking to learn magic from you because I think that they do need to be friends to even ask. So let's try to butter up Elphaba a little bit more and see if that's going to be leading to anywhere. Oh my gosh, she has her paranormal investigation in 1 hour. I think that we will have to leave then because we can't really be neglecting that either. Where are you going though? Are you just ignoring me? I guess that you do have like better things to do than just like talk to this random person. I can ask you to maybe teach me some of your magic. I don't think it's really gonna work because I'm pretty sure that they do need to be friends, but let's give it a go, and if not, we'll try really hard to become friends with her. Oh no, she doesn't want to teach her magic. Okay, we'll just try to be friends with you then. So let's just try to build up a little bit of friendship while we're still here for a couple of minutes, because I feel like these two would be compatible anyway since they both like mischief, so this shouldn't be too much of a problem, but their friendship is going up so slowly. Oh, and it's time to go for the gig now, so we have to go anyway. Okay, we'll come back tomorrow. And I did follow her to the gig, so maybe she does a bit of a better job, so let's start working on it super hard immediately and hopefully finish it relatively quickly so we can actually go home and I have to knock on the door so we can go home and actually deal with things at home as well. But let's see how haunted this house is. It doesn't seem that haunted, but you do have an infant on the floor. Don't know how I feel about it, but we just have a couple of specters, which probably shouldn't be too difficult to deal with. I think that just performing one ceremony here is probably going to be good enough to have this thing be over with, and then we can focus on all of the many goals that we have. So this is basically just like a little side quest just because she feels really guilty about all of the killings that she did before. This is kind of her way of making up for it, but it doesn't really matter that much. It's a good way to earn money though. Let's try another one. Maybe this toddler and this random celebrity can join us to make it a little bit quicker. Oh, and we're doing this on Spooky Day. That's really appropriate. Alright, we finally finished it so we can go home. She just arrived home, super tired, but I did see that she got a little career object, so I want to see what that is. Oh, she got this little specter jar. That's really cute. I wanted one of those. I've seen it on Twitter and it's just so sweet. Oh, there's a specter inside already. I thought that you had to like catch one and put it in there. This is a little bit more humane if it's, I guess, just made for it then. But while everyone is sleeping and we have some money, I thought maybe we could do a bit of redecorating just to kind of keep Temperance happy. And to keep all of these poor people happy, I do want to make them like a little graveyard area, and I'll just put like a cute little fence around them just to kind of have things get started. So let's just put that there. Nothing like too fancy because I don't want to spend too much money on that. Maybe just start things out and then I'll continue it a little bit later, but at least you kind of see that something is happening with that. But when it comes to the actual house, I feel like it's time to finally put up maybe some wallpapers. Something else that I want to do is maybe try to get a little shelf for these guys. This one, yeah. So let's put that maybe here on the wall and maybe just recolor it so it kind of is a little bit nicer. So we can put these guys here who I actually do need to be collecting a little bit more seriously. So I need to start offering the offerings to them, and maybe we can like start getting rid of like the graffiti and these like kind of ugly plants here. What else can we do? Well, maybe focus on the wallpapers just for a second. I mean, let's just keep the hallways and stuff kind of neutral, and maybe Ginevra's bedroom as well. I'm not not gonna do much with the work area because it doesn't really matter now, and I'll show you Lilith's room in a second. But downstairs, I wanna like jazz it up a bit. So for the tile in the bathroom, I'm feeling like something like this, and for the wallpaper in the main room, it's maybe a little bit much, but I kind of low-key like this. And this is what I was thinking for the kitchen. So this is what the entire house is looking like with some recolors of some objects as well. I think that it's coming together a little bit better. But now finally, I can also show you Lilith's room. I mean, it is kind of still a little sad, but it's a little bit more ghosty. She can actually perform ceremonies, which I think that she will be basically an expert at. So I just put like her own little ceremony area here, and she has this like blue lighting, so it's all like a little bit mystical and like from a different realm and everything. Everything is still quite kind of light and more in like white tones. It's not very colorful, it's not very like kids room-esque, but neither is Lilith's situation, isn't it? She does still have a little play area, and the spectre that we just got today, I put it here, maybe it can be her pet or something. Speaking of Lilith, I don't think that you've seen all of her outfits. I mean, they're not anything exciting, but just so you can see kind of the style for her right now, because I think I did them a little bit later because she aged up at the end of last episode, right? So I just did that in my own time. So you can kind of just see what she's looking like, but that's definitely going to be changing. In the future, once she gets a little bit older, she'll be a little bit more interesting. But since Ginevra is a spellcaster now, I feel like I kind of want to give her the spellcaster markings. I think that it's just kind of a little bit fun, a little bit different. So maybe I want to give her at least a little bit of that, so she has a little bit of that spellcaster pizzazz to her. But anyway, it's the morning and Ginevra is starting her day with a bit of organ. She absolutely loves that, and it's a nice way to kind of soak in the new look of the room. I mean, it's definitely not perfect, but it's coming together nicely. I'm kind of thinking the style for the house should be some kind of like Victorian-esque type of deal, but I'm not really ready to start actually furnishing, not just because I'm not like mentally ready because I need to explore and research, but also because she doesn't really have that much money. But that's the vision, and that's what Temperance is going to be the happiest with. But speaking of the money, I think I should get her another gig, and this time I think that we're kind of ready for the expert one, and it's the most money. I think it's just the best way to get this house finally to its full glory and potential. But okay, I think it's time to stop playing the organ now and maybe just send you upstairs to your working area and do the usual things. So like contact the aliens and maybe try to contact them here as well. And then we should definitely try to work on more of our like crystal stuff. We are a spellcaster now, but we still haven't really seen any of the benefits, but maybe it's gonna do something. So let's just try to do the same thing that we did last time. Lana didn't quite say if what we gave her last time did much, but we haven't talked to her. So let's just try to do the same thing again, just to kind of practice and perfect it. Oh, and speaking of Lana, she, I think, heard that we are getting involved with spellcasting. So that's kind of interesting. Well, at least we can tell her that we're doing that for her, and I think that she's gonna appreciate it. So when you finish this, I'm gonna queue up definitely to call Mentina, tell her that you still have nothing on aliens, that maybe that quest is like a bit of a dead end, which isn't really ideal, is it? But then we can definitely send at least a message to Lana and tell her that we haven't forgotten about her. We haven't seen each other in a bit, but we are working on stuff. Oh my gosh, not Lana and Lorelei getting married. That's interesting. I did have a suspicion that those three were like kind of involved a little bit more than friends, but those two are literally married. That's kind of interesting. What about Mariana? Is she just like a third wheel now? That's something. I don't know. I'm a bit confused, but it is what it is. Oh, and oh my god, I let this one sleep in, and she's supposed to go to her first day of school. I don't know how I feel about her going to school, to be honest. I feel like she'll be just like scaring the other children. I feel like Lilith should at the very least be homeschooled. I don't know if she's really like ready to be like around normal children, but I think I will just send her to school and we can kind of just wish her the best. Hopefully it goes well, and if it doesn't, we can maybe pull her from school and have her be homeschooled. But good luck, Lilith. She just finished her crystal, so she's calling first Mentina, then Lana, and it's another like excellent quality one, so I feel like that's kind of good. Let's put that away. Maybe we can give that to Lana again when we see her next time, and you can also ask about the report about the one that you gave her last time. But now that she has finished that and Lilith is off to school, everything is kind of finished, we can go back to the magic realm. This time being here feels a lot more natural. She feels like she belongs. Everything is quite new still. We have a lot to explore, but it's not as intimidating as it was yesterday. I need to find Morgan. It's time to learn some more spells. So Morgan, where are you? Hopefully, oh, there you are. All right, hopefully we can learn a little bit more. Oh, I can't quite yet, but maybe we can ask for some magical training. Elphaba's here as well, so we have quite a bit to do just in this one a room already. Oh, you're starting off with a hug. These two are starting to be like actual proper friends, which I quite like. Although Morgan is always feeling suspicious around Ginevra, which is a little odd. I've never actually seen a sim do that, let alone do it this often, but it is what it is. I feel like Morgan has a lot to be suspicious about. But hopefully this training is actually doing something. I actually don't know what that does. Is that gaining like skill points for this or something? Well, either way, it's kind of fun to see them do this and be a little magical crew. And Elphaba does seem like she is like sticking around waiting her turn with Ginevra, which is good. Well, the training seems complete and that raised their friendship quite a bit, but we haven't like learned anything. So can we do anything more? We still can't like ask to teach her another spell. So I'm not gonna push it, and maybe we can move on to Elphaba and try to like involve maybe her into the conversation and see if she's maybe willing to teach us something more. We do like a bit of like enthusing about adrenaline and everything and how amazing all of this is. And oh, we are actually all like talking together. What an interesting bunch, aren't they? I feel like they could do quite a lot of damage together. Well, maybe that's kind of the problem, isn't it? Morgan's feeling suspicious for a reason. I kind of really am enjoying this little friendship group. It's really unexpected, but I low-key love it. That's so sweet. Imagine if Ginevra could become in the future a sage of maybe dark magic. I mean, I know that that's kind of Morgan, but it's not quite as dark as Ginevra kind of is, isn't she? Oh, she's feeling uncaring. About what? First impressions, oh my gosh, Bess. What do you mean you want a donation? I have you buried in my backyard. How are you calling me? I feel like Bess is just haunting me at this point. I've been trying real hard to be Elphaba's friend, but you know what? Maybe if we do magical training with Elphaba, it's gonna help because it raised her friendship with Morgan to like really high up there. So maybe that's gonna do something, and then we can learn mischief magic as well. I really hope that this will do the trick. It definitely does look fun and interesting, so it must be bonding them somehow. Well, it didn't really help as much as I was hoping, but maybe we can at least try to ask if she wants to teach us a spell. Oh no, she's feeling embarrassed. I don't think it's really gonna work. Or is it working? I think it might be. Oh my gosh, she just learned a new spell. Oh my god. Fill a sim's mind with feelings of intense sadness. That's so messed up. I feel like Ginevra could use this for all the wrong reasons. Oh, she's getting yelled at, probably as a warning not to do exactly what I just said, but let's just get away from Elphaba, and since we did all the training that we could do for today, maybe we should just explore the realm a little bit further. So I'm gonna have her go and look at some different areas before she has to go to her another gig. And we're in the shopping area, so let's see what's actually offered here. So we have, well, not that much money, but we can at least take a look. So we have like wands and books around here, and I think I did say that I don't really want to get her a wand, so I'm not gonna bother. But we also have like orbs and stuff. Oh, those are familiars. Okay, I don't really care much for those either. They just look kind of fun, but maybe once we start like decorating the house or something, but we don't really need them now. I don't really know what the books do, but we need to be a certain rank anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I think that this other stall seems a little bit more promising because it does have quite a lot of crystals on it, so let's take a look. And we do actually have an ability to buy crystals here. Also brooms, which I don't care much for, but let's buy all of the crystals that are offered because they're not that expensive and we can definitely use them on our table. So let's get all of those, and I think that we should probably visit this stall quite often. So we have stuff to work with, which is good. And the final stall is just potion ingredients, which I don't think that we really care much for, but you never know. Yeah, it is. Oh, it is actually metals that we could technically use. So maybe I should get her those. Oh, I can't get her anything. Okay, never mind. We're broke. But I think that I'm just gonna be ending it here with Ginevra practicing magic a little bit more. We had a very productive day, and hopefully this is gonna lead us to some more progress. So if you do want to see how everything goes in the future, you can click right here for the next episode. And if the next episode is not out yet, here is something to watch while you wait. See you there.